Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. So the topic for today is control accounts, and we are going to learn about why do we make control accounts and how many types of ledgers are there, how many types of control accounts do we have, etc. Okay, so that brings us to the types of ledgers. So basically, we have three types of ledgers in accounting. Now, first of all, what is a ledger? A ledger is a register in which we have T accounts. All right. So another question, could be why do we have three ledgers? Why not just one? So the answer to that is, two of the most important people in our business are the customers and the suppliers of the business. So without these two people, obviously we won't be able to run the business. So for these two types of people, the T accounts are maintained in separate ledgers. All right. So for customers, the T accounts are maintained in a separate ledger, and for suppliers, the T accounts are maintained in a separate ledger. So the three types of ledgers are sales, purchases, and general or nominal. So sales ledger is basically used to make the accounts for debtors. Guys, please ignore my handwriting. The stylus is not working actually. The second ledger, which we have, is purchases ledger, and that is basically used to make the accounts for creditors. And the journal ledger is basically used to make all the other T accounts that we have. All right. So basically, for customers and suppliers, we have separate ledgers, whereas for all the other types of T accounts, we have a separate ledger, which is the journal or the nominal ledger. Now we are going to have a look at three different examples of transactions and see how we make T accounts for them, and in which ledgers are actually the T accounts are made. So this is the first example. Sold goods on credit worth 500 to Ali. So obviously in this transaction we'll have to make two T accounts. One is Ali and the other is sales. And Ali's account will be debited and sales account will be credited. Now the Ali's T account, since Ali is basically a customer for us, the Ali's T account will have to be made in which ledger? The sales ledger. Since at the start, we learned that the T account for customers are made in the sales ledger, and the T account for sales, basically this will be made in the general ledger. All right. So Ali is a customer. The T account for Ali will be made in the sales ledger, and the sales T account will be made in the general ledger. Okay, so this is another example, guys. Bought goods on credit for 1000 from Abdullah. Now in this case, obviously two T accounts will be made. One is purchases and the other is Abdullah. Now once again, the purchases T account will be made in the general ledger, whereas Abdullah's T account, who obviously becomes a creditor for us, this will be made in the purchases ledger, right? So once again, the purchases ledger is used to make T accounts for suppliers or creditors. So this is the third example. Paid rent in cash 100. Now obviously in this case we'll have once again make two T accounts, rent and cash. Rent is obviously an expense, so it will be recorded on the debit side, whereas cash will have to be recorded on the credit side. Now in this case, both of these T accounts will be made in which ledger? The journal or the nominal ledger. So basically in this example transaction, there are no customers or suppliers T accounts involved, so the sales and the purchases ledger will not be used. So both of these two T accounts will be made in the journal ledger. Okay, so that brings us to the uses of control accounts. Why do we actually make control accounts? These are the four uses. The first is identifying errors. So if there is any error in a supplier's T account or a customer's T account, we can identify that error by making a control account. We can also avoid fraud. How do we avoid fraud? Is basically, one of our customers or one of our suppliers could actually team up with our accountant, who's obviously recording all the bookkeeping entries, and the customer or the supplier could bribe the accountant into making a false entry in his or her T account, that will actually affect us negatively. So we can avoid that fraud if we can make the control accounts ourselves. So the third use is calculating sales and purchases. So if the any of these figures is missing, we can actually use control accounts to calculate these figures of sales and purchases. So I will try and make another video in which we'll be solving a worksheet, and we'll be solving examples of how we can calculate sales or purchases using the control accounts. The fourth use is we can calculate the debtors or creditors amounts. So the balances owed by customers, or the balances that we need to pay to our creditors, we can actually calculate these balances using the control accounts. Okay, so what are the sources of information for control accounts? What does that mean? So basically, if I'm making control accounts for a business, from which books will I get the information to make these control accounts? So basically the answer to this is books of prime entry or books of original entry, जो कि इनका दूसरा नाम है. So we've already done these books, right? So these books will be used as information providers for making control accounts. So let's say I'm making a sales ledger control account and I need the figure for credit sales, then obviously I will use the book of prime entry of sales day book, which obviously records credit sales. Similarly, if I want the amount for credit purchases, then obviously I will get this information from the purchases day book. Similarly, the sales returns and the purchase returns day books will also be used. Any amount that I've received from the customers or any amount that I've paid to creditors, they will be taken from the cash book. And other information like contra entries or bad debts, obviously bad debts grade 9 के students ने भी नहीं किया होगा, so I will give you a brief intro about bad debts later on in the video as well. So these types of information will be taken from the general journal. Okay, so guys, this is the first control account, the sales ledger control account. In this video we are just going to focus on this sales ledger control account, and the purchase ledger control account will be done in another video later on. So the sales ledger once again records all the accounts of our credit customers or debtors or trade receivables. So basically this is an account that you make for customers. You can also call it the total trade receivables account or the total debtors account. So let's say I have 4 customers, A, B, C and D. So obviously the transactions that I do with them will be recorded in their respective individual T accounts. But in this control account, the total of those entries will be done, right? So for example, I've made credit sales of $100 each to Mr. A and B, right? So Mr. A के account में I'll be entering $100, and once again in Mr. B's account also I will be entering $100. But when I'm making the control account, I will be entering the amount of $200 here, right, for credit sales. Why? Because this is the total debtors account that I have. All right, so you can see the balance brought down is on the debit side. Why? Because this is made for trade receivables, and trade receivables are obviously an asset for us, so the balance brought down is on the debit side. You can see that there is a balance on the credit side as well. Now, why do we have a credit balance in a customer's T account? So basically a customer owes us money, right? So the money is basically owed to us, so it becomes an asset for us. Then how can we have a credit balance in a customer's T account? The answer to that is sometimes there are overpayments. Now what are overpayments? Overpayments are, for example, someone owes me $150, but he ends up mistakenly paying me $180. Now the 30 rupees extra that I've received, now I owe that 30 rupees extra to the customer. I need to give it back to him. So that 30 rupees extra will be shown here as a credit balance, right? if obviously when I refund this amount, the $30, then obviously that will be recorded here. Okay, so the refunds to trade receivables will be recorded on the debit side. Now obviously when you make credit sales to customers, you credit the account for sales and debit the account of customers. So here we have that amount on the debit side. Similarly, when a customer pays you, you debit your cash or bank and the customer's account will be credited. Similarly, if you allow discounts to customers, discount allowed is an expense, it is recorded on the debit side, so the customer's account is credited. Sales returns once again are recorded on the debit side, but here in the customer's account it will be credited. Now you can see bad debts here. What are bad debts? These are irrecoverable debts, right? So for example, someone owed me $200, but he or she had gone bankrupt, and obviously the money was now irrecoverable. So I know that I won't be able to receive this money. So in that case, I treat it as an expense, and bad debts basically is recorded as an expense. It is recorded on the debit side. So the customer's account will be recorded on the credit side. Sometimes there are dishonored checks as well. When we receive a check from the customer, we record it on the credit side of the customer's account. What if that check is dishonored? Dishonored is obviously when a check is bounced or returned unpaid by the bank. You already know about that. So in the case when the check is dishonored, the entry will be debited. Finally, we have interest charged on overdue accounts. So sometimes what is this is sometimes customers don't pay us on time. So let's say the due date was 29th February, but the customer didn't pay us on time. So what we do is we start charging them interest so that they pay us on time next time. So this is interest charge on overdue accounts. Obviously this is an income for us. So interest income will be recorded on the credit side and the customer's account will be debited. Finally, these are balance carried downs. These are obviously your closing balances. This balance usually will be given to you, right? So a credit balance, if there is any in a sales ledger control account, will obviously be given to you. You won't have to calculate this. Usually we have to calculate this, the ending balance. Okay, so the last thing is the set off, which is transferred to the purchase ledger. Now what is this? This is basically, sometimes a single person is a customer for us, and at the same time he or she is also a supplier for us. So for example, I sell registers worth 10,000 to Mr. Ali, and I buy from him markers worth 8,000. So obviously I bought goods worth 8,000 from him, so I owe him 8,000, and he has bought goods worth 10,000 from me, so he owes me 10,000. So obviously it won't make sense if I pay him 8,000 and then I receive 10,000 again. So what I'm going to do in that case is I'm just going to receive 2,000 from him. So the 8,000 obviously will be settled. So I owe him 8,000, he owes me 10,000. 8,000 सेटल कर लूंगा मैं, एंड 2,000 जो एक्स्ट्रा है वो मैं इनसे रिसीव करूंगा. सो जो 8,000 हमने सेटलमेंट की है, दैट इज कॉल्ड सेट ऑफ, वो मैं यहाँ पर एंटर करूंगा. ओके, सो दिस वाज द फॉर्मेट फॉर अ सेल्स लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट. आई एम ऑल्सो गोइंग टू पोस्ट अ वर्कशीट. उसमें देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन, यू नीड टू मेक अ कंट्रोल अकाउंट फॉर इट, द सेल्स लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट. Obviously it will be difficult since you haven't seen me attempt any questions on it, so I just want you to attempt that question. If there is any difficulty, you can contact me, मैं उसको explain कर दूंगा, and I will try and post a solution video here, और मैं solution आप लोगों के साथ individually भी share कर सकता हूँ. Okay, so please attempt that worksheet. I hope you कुछ आइडिया बना होगा कंट्रोल अकाउंट का कि क्या होता है, कैसे बनता है. सो राइट नाउ उस वर्कशीट में से आपने अमाउंट्स उठाने हैं और इस फॉर्मेट में इनपुट कर देने हैं. दैट इज अबाउट इट. ऑलराइट, एंड फिर इसका सोल्यूशन मैं आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करता हूँ, एंड इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो इंशाल्लाह आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन द परचेजेस लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट एज वेल. बट राइट नाउ वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन द सेल्स लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट, और इसी की हम प्रैक्टिस कर रहे होंगे. थैंक यू गाइज, स्टे सेफ.